So last night I gave a presentation to the MLS Players Association, and what the theme of that was the silent pay cut for professional athletes. Now that's something I've spoken about a lot over the last 12 months via YouTube and LinkedIn, and it's something I'm very passionate about. And I'll run through the exact reasons why and why 2025 was a huge warning shot, and 2026 has already started in the same vein. So, a quick look in 2025, the US dollar moved between 10 and 18% against most currencies. Now, that's quite standard that you'll see currency moves up and down 3%, 4%, 5% a month. And when you add in things like all this unpredictability, whether it be tariff wars, trade wars, and now actual real wars with Iran, currencies have a major impact. And on top of that, is it filters down to the players. And I, for one, don't believe that they fully understand how much of an impact it can have. So what we ran through was this, 2025, and the year that we saw, significant swings due to the tariffs, central banks pricing. So when the central bank of a country raises or cuts their interest rate, it has a direct impact on their currency. And we've seen a lot of moves in interest rates last year as well. So you can have a quick look there. The euro to the US dollar moved 16.7%, pound US 14%, and even the Aussie to US 13.5%. That's massive swings. There's obviously a lot of money and a lot of money floating around, but when you actually put it into figures of what it could be worth, and we deal with a lot of professional athletes earning, $500,000 to $3 million a season, generally priced in US dollars. But if you just look at someone earning $1 million a season, a 15% swing if they're from the US, playing in the US, but they're from the UK or they're from Europe or they're from Australia, and it could be in football, could be in basketball, baseball, any of these sports, it has the same impact. And that impact is potentially up to $150,000 lost. So when you think about the swing as one thing, being a 15 to 17% move, well, oh yeah, okay, so it moves. But when you actually think about what impact that could have on a player's salary, that's where having a strategy around currency management and protecting your contract is vitally important. So just to give you a quick sort of overview and a visual of that is, let's just say you are a European and you've gone to sign in the MLS. Now, the MLS is full, I think it's about 40% are foreigners, from outside America, a lot from South America, but a lot from Europe and the UK as well. So you sign a deal worth $1 million US, and in your home country, that might be worth, 1.2 million euros, let's say. But at the end of the year, it was only worth €1 million because that 20% was wiped out just due to currency fluctuations. So the way to protect against that is by what people would call hedging, and what I like to call is just a simple forward contract, where we look at what your salary is, how long your contract's for, and we fix the exchange rate for the period of that contract. So you can still send your money home whenever you need it, but you've taken away all the risk of the currency swings. And especially now, as I said, you've seen these moves in 2025. In 2026, we're already seeing moves of between 5 and 8% in the first 2 months. And this is only probably going to get more volatile, I would imagine, due to the ongoing conflict in Iran, for one. Secondly, reserve banks. Australia raised their interest rates yesterday. And this week we have the Bank of Japan, the US Federal Reserve, European Central Bank, the Bank of England, Swiss Central Bank. They're all having interest rate decisions this week. And this will give us a bit of a guide as to where we might see things go for the rest of the year. Now, that's one thing. If you're a currency trader, you want volatility. That's where you want to make your money. But if you're a professional athlete, that's just salary fluctuating through the air. And that's what I'm here to protect. So my name is Chris Broadfoot. I'm the founder of SportsFX, and we're a specialized currency consultant for professional athletes. We work with FIFPro, the PFA, the Rugby League Players Association, and yesterday we spoke with the MLS as well, all around currency education for players. So we now represent over 7,000 professional athletes globally, and we're the official currency partner to a few of those associations. So if you'd like to book a call or just understand a little bit more about how this all works, I'll put a link in the video description, and I'll put a link to the landing page where you can find out a bit more, and send me an email if you'd like to have a chat. No obligation, no cost, just something that I'd be passionate about helping you with. Anyway, enough from me. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Like the video. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel this year, and this would be a big driver of it. It's providing this sort of real world education for athletes.